one viewer in here. I just invited him to come on. I should have invited him to talk with me because this guy seems to think that I need to answer his question about what's already out there about what Charlie Kirk said. I don't want to be, like I said, I just found out about this Charlie Kirk dude. So I don't know too much about it. But what I did find out about him, I found out that he likes to have discourse. Discourse is good, but that doesn't, civil discourse is good, but that doesn't mean you support civil rights. That's the difference. I think a lot of people, you could talk all day back and forth with your enemy, with somebody that you hate. You know, you can have discussions with people that you hate all day long, right? I think it's dangerous for the person that's being hated to try to befriend someone that want to help to create policy that will directly hurt this person. That's not your friend. Somebody, it seemed to me, this Kirk dude represented certain type of ideology that I just don't agree with. Um, you know, I wouldn't even say that I'm a believer, but I'm not following the Bible to the letter. So I'm not one of them, Bible thumpers. Seemed to me that's what he was. No offense to nobody that is. That's not what I'm about. I'm about knowing that we all are one thing. Period. Now, this guy keep telling me to prove to him that Charlie Kirk is hateful. No, I think Charlie Kirk proved that himself with a lot of the things that I seen. You know, saying that black people can't be pilot, or what was he saying? He would question if a black person was a pilot or not, like if they knew what they was doing. Like, don't question nobody's intelligence. If somebody got a job, they earned it. Affirmative action isn't the reason why black people get hired. Like I said, if y'all know anything about what I believe in, I believe, and this ain't no not even nothing I believe in. This is a fact. All people come from black people. So if human life started with black people, that means everybody black. So if you don't have no melanin, you come from black people, right? So if you got life from what they call black, isn't that the most that you could give somebody? So everything else is a second place. Is far second place. So that's the issue that I have with anybody questioning. You don't question where you may have gotten your life from. You better assume that we have a whole lot of intelligence if you got it, because you are us too. You a version of us too. You questioning yourself, your own intelligence, to think that you can say just because somebody got melanin that they not intelligent. That's it. That's some idiot. That's some very idiotic shit. And that's the kind of shit that what's going on, Jasmine. What's going on, Fligo? How y'all doing? Welcome to the chat. So, yeah, this guy, his name is Stephen Smith, Maiden Fan 83, I think is his handle on here. But he keep going back and forth with me. Y'all read the comments, y'all, and see what I'm talking about. This guy keep trying to get me to prove to him that Charlie Kirk is hate. Anybody that questions anybody's intelligence based off of how they look, that's hate. And that's what I heard. And I ain't even know nothing about this Charlie Kirk dude till a couple days ago. But obviously, y'all are trying to turn this dude into a deity, like he's God or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he created the universe. Come on, man. What I wanted to speak on is what's in my thumbnail. Tabitha Speaks Live. She going ham right now. I love her channel. And I wanted to share. People will go back into the I wanted to share a little bit about her video on here. Not only
Are they pissed off because we won't embrace them? People on the left, Democrats, progressives, independents, won't embrace them. They are also pissed off that even with everything that they have done, they still can't control us.
Right. What you say, Fligo? Yeah, me too, bro. Like, yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera back around and speak on that. Yeah, by any means, man. Like, don't nobody, didn't nobody want to see that happen. You know, like I said in my last video, this seems to me to be, a issue with these young, what they say, young, mostly white, young, deranged, socially awkward males. That's the seems to be the problem with the shootings and shit. I know that socially awkwardness is a thing across the board with Gen Z. A lot of the Gen Zs are just online all day. They being hypnotized. They playing video games. So yeah, you say I personally hate the dude. I don't hate the dude. I don't hate nobody. That's the thing, man. Like that's something you gonna have to deal with, Fligo. Like you gonna have to deal with that, man. Don't hate nobody. Hate controls you. Hate controls you. You know, the hate that I saw with Charlie Kirk is like, and I'm gonna share this right now on video. What he was saying, that was some hateful stuff. To say that somebody is not intelligent because they black, that's hateful, man. That I don't care how y'all might think that civil rights was a million years ago, man. That was just around the corner. I was born not too long after civil rights. You know what I'm saying? Like in that era, I was born in the 70s. So it wasn't too much longer after Martin Luther King got killed that I was born. So that's pretty close to me. A lot of y'all think that that's so far away. Y'all can start talking about y'all dismissing Martin Luther King, dismissing. Man, y'all better cut it out, man. Y'all got to get in tune. You know, this younger generation, y'all gotta relax on that. You know, that wasn't a million years ago. It's not over. It really hasn't even really begun yet. You know, this trying to sort out these racial issues here in this country. But to say that this guy, that's one hateful thing I seen him say. You know, I don't know too much. I haven't been on too much of his content. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know too much about the guy. But let's listen to Tabitha.
Producing Joyanne Reed
Yeah,
Unleashed.
she got Joanne Reed on here.
You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department's Secretary of Defense. You can be Cash Patel, be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about?
What is y'all
You
angry
banned all
about?
of our books. You banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history.
Yep, they getting
The
fired
people who
left
work in
and
the
right.
federal government are afraid to say the word black. You
They're
have
afraid to
canceled
say
Black
the word
scholarships.
black.
She's got a whole lot more to say. Stay to the end,
Yep,
and I'll
y'all
play
not
it in
gonna
its
bury us.
entirety. She goes on to say
You can't bury a
that
seed.
she knows why they are so angry, and they are so angry because us on the left, progressives, independents, I'm an independent, Democrats, we won't embrace them. I agree. We won't embrace them. But in addition to that, they still can't control us. With all that they have done, we still won't allow them to control us. We are still fighting back. We are still calling them out. They are pissed off about that. We won't stop talking. We keep using our voice to call them
They
out.
want us to be quiet.
We keep holding up that mirror.
That's right.
And they don't like it.
They don't want to look at
It
themselves.
infuriates them.
Yep.
We are still calling them racist. We're still calling them fascists.
Yep.
We are
That's what
still
they represent,
not
Nazi Germany.
bowing down to them. We are still fighting back.
Yep.
We refuse to accept oppression. We refuse to accept subjugation. And they can't stand it.
Okay, yeah, I got you,
They
bro.
can't stand it.
Yeah, strongly dislike. I feel you. See, I can't say that, you know, I just found out about this guy, man. You said, Flego said to reword earlier statements, I think strongly dislike fits better. Yeah, bro. Yeah, for sure. I agree. I strongly agree. When you strongly dislike, man, see, hate is an emotion, and emotions make you feel certain kind of way. I don't hate nothing and nobody. No, I don't hate nothing. But a lot of people let that word roll off their tongue so easily these days, and they don't realize that it's the tongue is so powerful. You can't just play with words like that. You can't play with it. It'll jump into your spirit, and then once you start behaving with hate, you start letting them words come off like what the guy Kirk was, what I think he represent. I think it don't even matter what another person represent. If they represent hate, that don't mean I gotta hate them. And it's the thing. It's a difference between having civil discourse and wanting to be civil, wanting civil rights, wanting what's best for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference between having a civil conversation. A lot of people confuse that young man, Charlie Kirk, with having civil conversations with him being for civil rights. No, he was not for civil rights. He let that be clear that he was not. Just like all of MAGA is not for civil rights. They're trying to actually undermine all the strides that was taken, and for some weird reason to think that just because you're black, you're not qualified is usually the other way around. We're overqualified. We have to know more than anybody else to even get a shot, generally. So that's totally false. A person of color, a black person, and seeing this why I mentioned earlier. If you think when you see a black person, you think the worst about them, you don't know who you are. Because everybody come from black people. Everybody's black. Everybody. Your life depends on a black person. So let that sink in. Yeah, everybody's from Africa originally. Everybody used to have melanin. You lost it. And it seems like all these other races, they lost who they are in reference to us. And that seems to be at the root of the real problem. I don't hear nobody saying what I'm saying, though. Nobody.
And so they are infuriated that we talk back, that we won't accept it.
We gotta talk back. We gotta talk back because we gotta teach these people who they are. We gotta save them from themselves. These people got so much hate. We gotta save them from themselves. We ain't just talking for us. We talking for them too. We talking for y'all hateful MAGA people. We wants to save y'all from yourself. It's just like in Nazi Germany. A lot of people had that bullhorn up there. Hitler got him killed, and Stalin in Russia with Stalin, he killed his political adversaries. People that was trying to put the bullhorn out there and warn everybody. Them was the people that got killed. This is basically akin to that. Not yet murder and physically so much. It's starting. A lot of his constituents and followers do act like they want to cause harm to any one of us that's even speaking up. And we want to sacrifice for them. That's what you call that's called agape love. That's called God's love. When somebody love you in spite of yourself, that's real love. True love. That's what that is. We got real empathy for y'all. That's what we want you guys to have. Empathy. And it's really for yourself. Because what kind of kids is you raising? It's only going to get worse.
That is why they are so angry. I won't accept your denigration. You are free to denigrate black women, black